Morning everybody, how you doing? Sam here, United People's TV with MUFC Daily. Sorry we're a little tiny bit late here, some technical issues, but we started the show now. How are you all doing? Where are you watching it from? Let me know in the comments. And let's go with today's conversation, which is all about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This is after reports have come out saying that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is set for talks over a potential new deal at Manchester United. Now, he's only just returned from a long layoff after a double cruciate ligament injury. How he's even returned to football at this age, 36 now, is fantastic. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic last year was an outrageously good player. 28 goals I think he got. Best debut goal scoring season we've had since Robin van Persie. But question marks have been asked about whether he's a properly influential character at United now, in the sense that, is he going to be scoring 20, 30 goals this season? Or will he be used as a substitute? And going from next year onwards, do people think that Zlatan Ibrahimovic should be staying at Manchester United? Because his contract will run out at the end of this year. He was released by the club in the summer, and then he was given a new deal. But now questions are being asked as to whether or not he should be getting another new deal next year. What I'm going to do is read a few of your shout-outs out, and then I'm going to read your comments. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Zlatan Ibrahimovic should be given a new contract? And if so, or if not, let me know why in the comments. First things first, we've got Aksha watching from South Africa. We've got Sandro from Sydney, Mustafa from Italy, Winston watching from China. Good morning to you from China. Langani watching from Tanzania. We've got Bahrain, Nepal, Sweden, Tanzania, India, Nepal, everywhere. As always, love having you all on the show from all around the world. We've got Denmark on Facebook as well. We've got Trinidad and Zambia and Wyoming, USA. Zlatan Ibrahimovic then. Let's be honest, he was a fantastic transfer on a free signing last year. But does that mean that he could be another good signing? Well, should he be signing a new deal in the summer? I'm really not sure. 1 second there. There we go. Man United, you know, we've had some good signings and some bad signings over the year, and Zlatan's impact in his first season, you can't question how good that was. But it's just whether or not you think a 37-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic can take Man United forward next year, or whether it would be maybe a step backwards for Man United to not think about getting someone who's younger, maybe faster, maybe can offer something more dynamic than Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Got Nithin George on YouTube, thanks for your comment Nithin, saying we should ascertain his performance this season and then give him a new contract. Which is a fair thing to say. If Zlatan doesn't deliver this season, then why would he get a new contract? That's something that we definitely should consider. Maybe it's performance-based rather than anything else. And if that is the case, then I'm absolutely fine with it. But Zlatan, in his first season, it wasn't always performance-based. He got in the team on his name because of his previous relationship with Jose Mourinho, and that is what I do worry about. We've got Kamal Hassan on Facebook saying, no, he's too old. But John Koritz, watching from Pennsylvania, USA, good morning. Yeah, early morning for you, John, saying great teacher for Rashford and Martial. That I do absolutely agree with. Zlatan Ibrahimovic and his presence in the squad, he would make a big difference at Manchester United in terms of the characters in the dressing room. And that you can't underestimate, because that really is important. Let's go back to Facebook. We've got Stuart Martin saying, as a backup, Sam, but a world-class number 7 is needed. And it is always part of our DNA, a proper number 7. And that is very true as well, mate. Man United do need a good number 7. We haven't had a proper one since Cristiano Ronaldo. We've had Memphis Depay, Michael Owen, Antonio Valencia, Angel Di Maria. No one's really done that shirt justice, and we do definitely need a new number 7. Got Nikolai Bell watching from Norway, and Vano Kerwan watching from Kurdistan, and Thomas Edwards watching from Oldham. I like that. We've got Football India saying it's good to hear that Zlatan, maybe he will definitely help Rashford, Martial and other young players with whom United could buy next summer. Yes, I would be happy. We do need that experience. And a lack of leaders is something that United has been a bit of a problem at United for some time. Maybe Zlatan will stay around for that reason first and foremost, more than his football. It's an interesting thought. We've got Burim watching from Macedonia. Good morning to you, mate. David Wilkinson saying, I personally would love to see Anthony Martial play as a striker. The boy is class. That is true. Anthony Martial, I think it was Burnley last season. He was fantastic in the striker position. Hasn't had too many games there, but he's been so good at left wing that maybe we should just be keeping him out on left wing. I don't know. Got Alex Angel on Facebook. Good morning to you, saying, why not? It's always good for the young players to have him around the club, and playing with the team will only make the players better. So lots and lots of you are referring to Zlatan Ibrahimovic's influence and character and approach off the field maybe being more important than his character and influence on the field in terms of looking ahead from next year onwards. Maybe that would be the reason that we would keep Zlatan for more than 2 years rather than starting him every single week. We've got Hacker, Thorson watching from Iceland, and Dipnil watching from Bangladesh, and Veer watching from Mauritius. Good morning to all of you as well. Oh Boy says, if you like effort, Belotti is great. Belotti, I think, is to the Torino striker. Heavily linked with him last year. So were lots and lots of clubs, but he didn't join. Maybe he will be the one that United go after, but he'll be an 80, 90 million pound striker. I think if we're going to sign someone like Griezmann, we're not going to spend anywhere near that much on someone up front. Timothy Negadu saying, we only have Zlatan and Lukaku as strikers. Martial and Rashford are coming up. He can be around, and he has to be patient for game time though. Watching from Nigeria. Good morning to you, Timothy. I would class Martial and Rashford as strikers as well. They may not be playing there, but they're not wingers. They're currently just being put out there. Their best positions, as far as I'm concerned, are as the number 9. Martial, you could argue he's better out on the left, but Rashford, absolutely no doubt, he's better as a central striker. We've got John watching from Seattle. Good morning to you. Abimanu saying, give him a coaching role. Now, Michael Carrick is set for a coaching role next year at Man United. Maybe Zlatan Ibrahimovic can do the same thing. But I don't think Zlatan strikes me as a character who is ready to be a coach just yet. I think the fact that he didn't just give up after that injury and he worked and worked and worked to come back means he wants to be playing for a little while longer, and don't be surprised if Zlatan Ibrahimovic comes out of retirement for the World Cup this summer. Bethuel saying, remember, he is a lion, not a human. Definitely a keeper. You know, I personally hate all these, he's a lion, oh, Zlatan this, Zlatan that. But Zlatan as an individual, he's fit beyond his years. His body should be on the way down, but it's not. He's just an outrageously fit and athletic individual. And that means that he may well be able to carry on a little bit longer than we all expected. But it all depends on his position and what United do, because maybe number 10 role is his best role this season. True United fan saying, we need some fresh legs. Zlatan can be good off the field. And Andrew Haldane saying, I get the comments about his influence in the dressing room, but it would signal a lack of ambition from the club if Zlatan is seen as a regular squad member next season. It's an interesting comment from you there, Andrew. Do you agree with that? Everyone, let me know on Facebook and on YouTube. I think in one way I can understand what you mean, because that might mean that Man United don't then go out and sign a new striker. But the name you've mentioned there, Antoine Griezmann, we could easily sign him and keep Zlatan in the squad because they can operate in multiple positions. Griezmann can play in number 10, number 9, out on the left wing, out on the right wing quite easily. Just because we kept Zlatan doesn't mean that we wouldn't be able to bring Griezmann in, is what I'm getting at. But maybe some could see it as that sort of step backwards. We've got Fritz Watson from New York. Good morning to you, mate. Let's go back to Facebook. Let's read a few more comments out before we wrap up today. We need someone like Salah, says Asad Darbandi. We definitely need someone who's scoring 17 goals by November. Salah, an outrageously good season so far, and he's not even a striker. That's fantastic from him, and every club would want that. Let's read a few more here. Angel Gomez, says David Fox. Angel Gomez, obviously the young, I think he's 17 now. So he hasn't signed a deal at United, so he's old enough to sign his first professional contract. Hasn't signed that just yet. Fingers crossed he does soon. We've got Barani saying Zlatan will be off to LA Galaxy. Maybe MLS is what's next for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But one comment I agree with absolutely that was earlier. Zlatan, and whether or not he gets a new deal at Man United, will depend on how well he plays this season. If Zlatan can somehow score 10, 15, 20 goals, be an influential character, not force himself to start every week and help the teammates, he probably will get the offer of a new deal. Just like Mourinho wants the offer of a new deal. Next year is Mourinho's last year. Will he be here for more than 3 years? Will Zlatan be here for more than 2 years? 2 major contracts we've got to sort out at some point soon. But thank you all for joining in today's MUFC Daily. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, drop a like on the page. We'll be here tomorrow morning at 10:30 a.m. British Standard Time. And also check out the Arsenal preview and predicted Starting 11 video going out later today on YouTube and Facebook. Take it easy.